Once you are ready to start painting your sculpture, you're going to go ahead and grab your paint tray. These brushes will not be of use to you, so go ahead and set those aside. You should have already mixed up the paint color that you would like to use, keeping in mind that this will double, but that you have enough to cover all of the pieces that you want to be that color. You will then pour the paint out onto your paint tray, just the amount you're going to use that day. You will then go to the glue dispenser, which will be up on the island, and you will squirt out glue so that it is approximately 60% glue to 40% paint. Once you have that done, you'll mix it up. Students always want to know why it doesn't change their color. It's because the glue is actually clear. It's kind of like a polar bear. Polar bears aren't white, they're clear, but when you put enough clear together, it creates the impression of white. And it will dilute your color some, but that's okay. Make sure that it is all the way mixed up. Once it's all the way mixed up, you'll want to grab a bigger brush. I recommend having paper towel at your spot. Your hands will get messy as well as the edges of your cups. If you wipe those off and keep a nice clean lid, it's easier to snap your container. Making sure that your brush is clean, which people have been doing a really good job cleaning their brushes. You load up your brush, and then you need to pay attention to your cardboard. So the corrugation, it will bend along that corrugation. So if we brush the paint and the glue in the opposite direction of the corrugation, so perpendicular to the corrugation, so if the corrugation's like this, we're painting like this, then it will reduce the want of the cardboard to curve up. So, starting on one of the edges, trying to go opposite the corrugation, and this will be really thick, you're going to put on your paint. You're going to do your best to not bend your cardboard as you go. Then once you kind of do a section, it's important that you go in and do the edges of your cardboard as well as along the bottom and not to skip anything. And then because this will start to curve right away, the trick is that cardboard always curves to the water, so does wood. So if we flip it around and instantly do the other side, and you'll notice I don't have this on the table. I'm trying to work off the table to reduce the mess. Just letting the drips fall down. This will stain your clothes, so if you do get it on your clothes, you want to go in and put some of that orange gojo on your clothes right away. And at least if you get the soap in there, it won't necessarily take the stain all the way out, but it'll prevent it from setting in, so that when you get home, you can take care of it. And then I would continue to work up the board in this fashion. Once I had it 100% covered and I was done with it, I would make sure I had a spot to take it to the drying rack. It will stick to the drying rack, but that's okay. We can do touch-ups when we pull it off. To clean off your table, you'll want to pay attention as you work because this stuff does stick on really well. So I recommend working with a bucket, having it at your tabletop while you're painting. Go ahead and squirt some of the orange gojo in there. The acid will take out the acid of the oranges and the soap. Will take out the base of the glue. And then just kind of as you work, if you clean up these dribbles, particularly along the edges of the table, it will prevent you from getting your pieces messier. If you work in a mess, you're going to create messy art. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. If you need additional help, make sure to ask other students or myself.